What's good, people? It's your boy Twale here to bring you another review for Kingdom, chapter 600. 600, yeah. Entitled 14th Night. Now, I know, I was OD hype and I had mad predictions coming off of last chapter. None of them happened. Slightly disappointed in Hoken as well because my major question from last chapter was why did he attack Moten's side of the field? Who called him there? And it turns out it was no one. He just appeared. I don't know if he just appeared to let niggas know he was on the battlefield or because the way it went down in this chapter, it's a continuation from where we left off. He's just hacking Moten's people apart. The adjutant is Kozin is already on the floor, and he starts to flash back. He starts to have flashbacks of Moten's birth, and then Moten as a baby, and then Moten as a kid, and it's real cool. You know what I'm saying? Moten was a little fucking thug, fucking putting crabs in niggas' beds and shit. That's fucked up. So it was cool to see that, but then okay, so Hoken is just murdering people, just doing Hoken, and I love it. It's what he does. I fucking love it. So he's just doing him, and then Kozin has these flashbacks, and he starts to remember Moten and all the good, you know what I'm saying, all the good times he had with Moten or whatever, and then he just gets up. And I was like, is he going to get help? No, he gets up and just stabs Hoken in the back, and I'm like, what? How did Hoken not see him, sense him, feel him? What? Was he so on death's door that he wasn't even giving off like a life presence? I don't get it. He just gets up and he stabs Hoken, and then Hoken turns around and just cuts him down completely. So from there we cut away to Riboku, and the Zao giving him the report yeah, Great General Hoken has appeared on the Zao left wing, this, that, and the third. He attacked a small group and then he vanished. So if all you was gonna do was attack a small group and then dip, why even attack this group? Why didn't you just go straight for Shin, who, by the way, couldn't have handled it? I know I had hopes for my nigga sensing him and on some Kyokai shit, he felt this nigga. No, not at all. Because we see Shin, and quote unquote, he was supposed to be sleeping, but he's wandering around because he wants to eat and just, because they didn't have any food, but he wants to just hang out and chill with his men for the final night or whatever. So he's just rummaging around the campgrounds and shit. I truly thought he was going to fail my nigga Hoken out and then go over there and try to help Moten. Hell, I thought Moten would feel something and get over there, hear the commotion. Wasn't even that long, because apparently, Moten was talking to Rikusen, and we finally get to see Rikusen without his rooster crested helmet. He kind of has a weird hair design. I'm not gonna front, it kind of looks a little weird, but him and Moten are going over battle plans and the strategies or whatever, and then Moten pauses, and then he asks Moten's yo, do you want to take a rest? And Moten's nah, let's continue. And then 2 seconds later, Moten's nah, I'm gonna go check up on the HQ. So it's they didn't get a report about niggas getting massacred. They didn't hear the massacre. So it's Hoken literally went in there, killed a bunch of fodder, and then dipped. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, this is the type of Hoken that I can see why people don't like him, because it's just what was the point? What was you doing? I don't get it. Hopefully, he has a reason for hopefully there's more of a reason in the next chapter as to why he just attacked them. But we we slide to Riboku, and Riboku and Kane are talking, everybody's hyped. It's oh, Hoken, another 3 great heaven, yay, Great General Hoken has come to our aid or whatever at this dire time. And it's yeah, he really has the best timing. Because this is the same type of shit with Dukio. We didn't see him at all during the coalition. At all. It should have been we should have known, we should have known. But like we didn't see him at all. And then he just appears when he just appears when the Duke finally gets to Reboku. It's like Hoken has such good timing. But they're hype. You know what I'm saying? Zao was hype. And then Kane asks Reboku outright, did you call him? Did you summon this nigga? Like, are you the reason he's here? And Reboku said, much less summon him, I didn't even know where the nigga was at. So that takes, and then as they're talking about Hoken, Reboku is talking about how Hoken wants closure. That's why Hoken, like, he didn't summon Hoken. He didn't know where Hoken was. Hoken came here of his own volition because he wanted closure. And then we get a quick slide over to where Hoken is, and the scar that the scar that goes across his face that Oki gave him the original scar, and I think Shin just overlapped it with another scar during the slash during the Battle of Sai. That, like, he's screaming so hard and so much that, well, at first he was just angry. So he's like, his veins are bulging so much that the scar itself starts to bleed, and you can see it like kind of peel a little bit, like how old scabs do. So Hoken, like he's angry. I'm guessing because like he didn't find Shin, or because he got stabbed by Kozen. I'm not even sure how that happened. But whatever. Kozen stabbed him, and yo, R.I.P. to Kozen. Nigga was better than Heki. An adjutant was better than Heki, because Heki couldn't have done that shit. So, just had to throw that in there, my Heki hate. So, Hoken is screaming in the forest again, and that's the last we see of him. Then we cut over to Shin, who Bihei almost mistook for an enemy attack. Shin gets up, and they give him some horse meat from one of their soldiers, one of their cavalrymen. His horse died, so they're eating the meat, you know what I'm saying, as they should be. And Shin and Ten for one of the first times is actually down there like celebrating with the unit, and then Shin is just going out of his way to celebrate with the unit, because tomorrow, according to Shin, is the showdown. Now, Osen finally gave them some orders, and his orders were bypass the Zao bypass the Zao in front of you and attack Reboku directly. Now when he says bypass, is it gonna be like when Kyokai like they was attacking what was his name, Gaimo, for a little bit, and then at a certain time Ten gave them the signal, and then Kyokai took her men, or took like a smaller group of men, and then attacked Gahome's HQ? Or are they just gonna loop around? Like, these niggas are so exhausted or whatever, they're just gonna try to loop around them from jump. I hope that that if anything, I hope that Shin and Gyo-un will get their rematch, because Gyo-un was chatting it up with the remnants of the Chogaryu army, and he asked them, did Chogaryu have any final, like, what was his final words? And not too many people heard what he said to Shin when he told Shin he's leaving the rest to Gyo-un, the rest is up to Gyo-un. Not too many people heard that, because most of his men was like, nah, he ain't say nothing. But one of them was like, no, I remember him faintly telling Shin of the High Shin unit, I leave the rest to Gyo-un. Now, Gyo-un and Chogaryu have known each other so long and have this deep connection that I'm pretty sure he knows, like, why Chogaryu even took the fight. You know what I'm saying? He knows that Chogaryu is not to say that Chogaryu is weak, because he damn sure wasn't. I thought he was. I thought he was a strategist type, but he wasn't. So Gyo-un knows that Chogaryu is not a weak person, but he also knows that Chogaryu is not one to throw himself at the enemy, to throw himself towards the enemy's blade. So him doing that should already be sending signals to Gyo-un that, like, yo, there's something even greater about Shin than what I gave him credit for, just having the aura of the six. There's something even more to it. Because he tells his men he's gonna take to the field tomorrow, and his men are shocked, because they like, yo, with that arm, like, there's nothing they can do about that arm. There's no level of ointment treatment. There's like nothing they can do. You either cut out the rotten flesh, or you cut the arm off. Those are the only two options Gyo-un has at this point. So they're kind of shocked that he's ready and willing to take to the field, and they call it dangerous. And it probably is dangerous. He's most likely going to die, but just like how Chogaryu gave up a good fight, injured Gyo-un versus a injured Shin, just as good. But Uhon is up. And that shocked the fuck out of me. Because I didn't think he was going to die. Like, he's not going to die. But I did not think he was going to make it back up before this war was over. And the fact that he's walking amongst his men, like his men were sitting at their campsites or whatever, and he's just there. So it wasn't like there was anybody watching him at his tent. Nobody was like keeping guard over him. He just appeared in the middle of his niggas. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Because if Uhon is up, where the fuck is Akou? Like, I get it. Akou got tag team, but still, he got taken out on the 9th day. It's been 5 days. No, 6 days. No. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's been 5 days. So, like, how is Uhon up from his like, life-threatening, brink of death battle, but Akou isn't? Like, what the fuck? Like, I guess if you wake Akou up at this point, it'd be overkill, because, like, the morale boost that his men would get just from seeing his body, like just from seeing him awake again, would probably send them into another frenzy. So I guess it would be overkill at this point, but like, I would like to see that my nigga is conscious again. Like, even if he can't take to the field, like on some Gyo-un shit, like Gyo-un really shouldn't be taken to the field, but I would have rather it be him walking around his men amongst Danza and Akakin than Uhon, because Uhon got taken out like 2 days ago. Maybe it's that Kyokai ointment. Maybe that shit really does work. I don't know, because that just didn't make any sense to me. It's like, how Uhon get up but not Akou? And then how did none of his men, like, why was none of his men watching him? Like, why was it just, like, they didn't leave nobody to, like, just hover the body, like, just to make sure he was still good? Like, everybody was shot, like, bow, like, oh, where'd you come from? So, yeah, that was weird. I don't know. This chapter was good. It just had a lot of weird things. Like Kozen getting back up after Hoken supposedly cut him down. Kozen stabbing Hoken. Yeah, that didn't make no sense. Yeah, Kozen R.I.P. to the adjutant. I'll give him props. I give him all his due. But like, that don't make no goddamn sense. We seen this nigga Hoken react to fucking Kyokai and her max speed, like, bitch, you're not the only one that can read your opponent, like, and then he gets stabbed by the old man? But then again, my man was, like, pumped up on flashbacks and baby Moten memories, so I guess it evens out, which was cool, too. Like I said, the Moten flashback was really cool. He was a little thug, though, I ain't gonna front, just dropping snakes and crabs in people's beds, like, that's fucked up. And was that little Moki? Was that, like, I don't know, because he seems to be a fair amount older than Moki. So I'm not going to say that was little Moki with him, because nah, that kid was a little too old to be his little brother. But whatever. That's my review, discussion, chapter breakdown, however you want to put it. Live reaction. Have a good one, people. Peace.